Oh man, that was one of those transit really sucks kind of moments. So yeah, I did my deposit at Wells Fargo. All was good with that. All was good with that. Yeah, it didn't get overdrafted. It sat there with a balance of $1.86, waiting for me to put a little more on it. So thank God, no more direct withdrawals, automatic withdrawals came out of it, or I'd have got a notice and had a repeat of my 2 runs to scrounge up something from somewhere and make sure I don't get overdrafted. Anyway, walking back, I kind of kicked myself in the butt for this, but I mean, whatever. This needs to be handled, so there's no. And once I get over by Bullocks, there's no banks over there, so not really. Anyway, yeah, walking back from, I didn't think to when I hopped off the bus, as y'all saw. I hopped off the bus, started recording, and walked over to the Wells Fargo branch, and I didn't think to check the bus app to see how soon the 60 would be along, and then I checked the bus app immediately as I finished up at the ATM, and it showed the 60 being right at the stop I just got off of. I'm like, no! As I go kind of running as quick as I can. It must be just a wee bit in front of me, but I don't see it. So yeah, there's always a little bit of lag on where the GPS shows the what do you call it? Where the GPS shows the bus being and where it actually is. But I'm sure it's within a half mile in front of me, or more or less. But yeah, I missed that one, which is fine. I still need to go by a Chase Bank. Also have an account with U.S. Bank. That's a credit account. Part of me wants to pop in there, but I don't really have anything I got to handle with them. Pretty sure everything's fine with that account. I'm hoping. At any rate, I don't feel like dealing with those people. But for the longest time, I didn't realize that they actually had branches, and that their branches could help me with my credit card related business. But I always had. I'm sure if you go back through some of my older vlogs, and I'm talking like back when I had a car, back when I was driving, and the majority of my videos were me sticking my phone in a holder and almost like dash cam footage. I had several times where I got very frustrated with them because I would try to configure automatic, because I do have some mental health issues, and one of the things that I really struggle with is, which my daughter has explained to me, and I really should do more research on my own, but a thing called object permanence, which just has to do with the way I remember things versus the way somebody who is quote unquote normal remembers things, and not using it as an excuse or anything. However, it does create challenges for me beyond what a normal person would have as a challenge. And here's the 22nd Street bus stop. One time I sat down there and it was dark, and this homeless chick just popped up in this little space behind it, scared the shit out of me, and then lit a cigarette. Awesome. By the way, for those who don't know, in Arizona, it is illegal to smoke at a bus stop or a train stop. Not that stops anybody from doing it, but just throwing that out there. Anyway, yeah, so I struggle a bit with remembering dates that payments are due, or whether payments have been made, just simple things like that. And I found out a long time ago, particularly, oh nice, somebody on an electric scooter. That's freaking awesome. And no helmet, which is honestly the way I lean, that way. And the guys in our electric scooters on Reddit love to download the shit out of me when I state that a vehicle that doesn't go over 15 miles per hour doesn't really require a helmet. But, hey, I think that guy's just fine. I mean, helmet or no, one of these big-ass killing machines plows into you. You're probably going to be hurt. This building makes me sad. For many years, this was half-price books. I think it used to be a ski gear shop called Ski Chalet back in the 90s. But for many years, it's been half-price books. And it was one of the many casualties of unessential business, quote-unquote unessential businesses being forced to close by the government. They're done. I believe there's still 2 other half-price books locations in the Phoenix area, but none that are close enough that I'm ever going to get there, which is fine. I don't need to be spending any money on that kind of crap right now anyway. And God knows that's physical audio video media has always been my drug of choice. So, yeah. Just thought I'd mention it since I'm walking by it. At this point I'm kind of thinking about just a pump it and dump it job just to get a little bit of cash temporarily, and it's weird that Wendy's is actually starting to sound like an option. Especially since they've got banners and stuff that says that you can get paid immediately. Wow, now here's a sign I haven't seen in front of Wendy's before. We're hiring managers and crew, GM bonus up to 20 grand. I wonder what the odds are of me getting hired for that. And the odds of me absolutely hating my life if I did. Things to think about. Anyway, since I missed the 60, I got 30 minutes minus whatever time I've been walking, which is I'm 7 minutes on this video, and probably throw another minute on top of that. So, I got about 20 minutes till the next 60. Assuming that the last one was on time, assuming the next one's on time, which is a lot to assume. So, my next stop needs to be a Chase Bank. I'm pretty sure there's one along this walkway, in this mile that the 60 is on Camelback, but damned if I can remember where it is. Of course, I could just close this video and open up another one of my, and then open up the Maps app and look. But as I've been trying to mention, I think I keep getting distracted before I mention it. My data on my TrueConnect phone is throttled right now. I have gone over my data limit, and unlike Assurance Wireless, that doesn't actually enforce their data cap because they're kind of stealing your data with their stealing your personal information and using your data to do it. I'm not 100% sure that that's the reason why they don't enforce their data cap, but it sure makes sense to me. There's a B of A. That's not where I'm headed. I love the artwork on this building, though. That's kind of neat. Sculptures on each side. I'm trying to remember what B of A was back in the era of local banks, and I can't remember. But anyway, I realize I'm not paying attention to the south side of the road, and it's possible I just walked by a Chase there. I did see a Chase a little further down before I got off the bus, probably about a quarter mile on the other side of 24th Street, which now I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass that I didn't walk that way, since I knew I had almost 30 minutes to kill. But too late to turn around and go that direction now. I'm going to keep on walking in the direction I'm headed. So I was saying is the TrueConnect is definitely enforcing their actually, and to be honest, they're not firmly enforcing it. I went quite a ways over the amount of data that my plan is supposed to include before they throttled me, but yeah, they currently have me throttled. So using apps like Google Maps is really sluggish. It works. I'm still getting data, but it's really, really slow. And one thing I definitely noticed is even before they slowed me down, the bandwidth, and I'm not using any kind of app to manage to measure it. I'm just love how this little piece of Camelback is lacking a sidewalk. Really irritates me that whoever owns the property with the Discount Nutrition and with Brenda's Inferno doesn't feel the need to put in a sidewalk. And my guess is Phoenix probably hasn't done it due to this maybe being an older easement where these property owners own the property right up to the curb. Although it seemed to me that with eminent domain, that would be an easy thing to do. Yeah, this is, I don't know I'm not sure what that's about. Oh, I can tell what that is. That I can tell from the remnants of the electric. I kicked it, didn't videotape. The remnants of an electrical box there, and the way that's filled in. Yeah, there definitely used to be a really tall sign here. Probably something like that one that doesn't fit under current sign codes. So, yeah, I miss the old tall signs that used to be all over the place in my youth, and especially in the 70s. And I've seen, photographs and videos of Phoenix and other cities in the 1950s and 1960s before I was born, and just love the big gaudy signs. Or somewhere along the line, somebody decided that was not cool, and signs shouldn't be that big or that tall. I do believe the height of that Discount Tire sign is the highest legally allowed, at least in this area. And in many areas, they're not even allowed to be that big. So, there's a bus coming up behind me. Pretty much guaranteed that's a 50. Of course, if it rolls by and it's a 60, I'm gonna feel pretty flippin' stupid for not having checked my bank app. But the reality is, I need to get to a Chase Bank before I get to Bullets anyway. So my best is keep walking. Oh, fuck me, it is a 60. Yeah, that means that the one before it was running really late. Wow. So either that one before, so that's 12 minutes. That means either the one before it was oh, and there goes the 50 West. That one before it would have been, whoa, what is this idiot doing? Wow. Just wow. ENC Bank, never even heard of that one. Oh, so this trip's a little, this stop was not as well planned out as I thought it was. I'm all the way to 18th Street, which means I've walked 3/4 of a mile. So yeah, my data is throttled, so using maps, using a lot of things, trying to stream, uploading video files, that's out of the question. The Valley Metro app works barely. It's really slow, it's really sluggish, but it does work barely. But I'm not getting my bus information with any kind of quickness. Yeah, I was really thinking that there was a Chase Bank on the stretch that I just walked, but I guess, I mean, it makes sense that if there's one at 26th Street, that there wouldn't be one, between 24th and 18th. But anyway, I'm just going to keep walking. I mean, my options are walk or get on another bus. And I figure at least this way I'm going to learn a little bit more about this area and get to share some footage of what it's like to be a pedestrian on this stretch of Camelback Road with y'all. So there's the 51 freeway. And when I get frustrated at how long it takes me to get places without a vehicle and compared to public transit, and then you see it's like, well, people are driving, but they're not driving a whole lot faster than you. You're looking at the stroads, and the stroads here tend to go pretty quick, but you're not getting the full picture if you're not from Phoenix. The reality is that Phoenix has a really good freeway network that goes everywhere, for the most part, the buses don't use. And yeah, traffic on these freeways, regardless of the speed limits, typically goes between 75 and 80 miles per hour, occasionally even faster. So if I was driving, if you look at my older videos from over 3 months ago, you'll see I was driving. Yeah, you're on this freeway street. Most of the time, occasionally they jammed up, you get around a whole lot faster. And there you can see, I mean, it's Friday. It's 4:13 p.m. So I mean, this is rush hour. This is the beginning, the earlier part of rush hour. And even at 4:13 p.m., the 51 freeway through the Biltmore area is moving fast in both directions. You see a little congestion up there northbound. I'm trying to get my camera through one of these holes. You see a little congestion happening northbound, but again, moving a whole lot faster than anybody is on a bus. Southbound, it is flying. All right, I'm now on the west side of the 51. As you can see from the no trespassing, danger restricted, keep out fence, and Brando with the shopping cart. It's even though it's still a nice part of town, there's a definite economic shift that crosses when you cross that freeway. And mind you, that economic shift didn't exist before the freeway, so there's definitely some credibility to the people that are anti-freeway, saying that freeways create barriers. Wow, these guys are honking at that guy who's blocking the lane. Smooth. I got these guys blocking the sidewalk. Yeah, so there's definitely some credence to that. It doesn't make me not like freeways. I love freeways, but yeah, that's that. Yep, you are blocking the sidewalk, dude. Blocking the sidewalk. Blocking the sidewalk. I guess, yeah, blocking the sidewalk. Just hate how so many people that drive don't realize that this is part of the road too, and it's not supposed to be blocked. I'm looking around in every direction, and I am not seeing a Chase Bank. And this is the end of that mile where I need to make a decision as to whether I'm which way I'm walking. I don't want to end this video. Kind of having fun with this one. Sorry, a little bit of scenery of walking through Phoenix. I haven't been to Phoenix. I've got some people that have never been to Phoenix that are enjoying the scenery, so y'all enjoying this. Let's forget there's a Target right there. I don't know that I've ever shopped at that particular Target. Of course, I have a Target that's walking distance from my apartment, so I rarely have cause to go to any other Target. Oh, I really thought that there was a Chase Bank on this stretch of the road here. Yeah, at this point it's a tough decision as to whether I want to keep walking forward or whether I want to walk north along the route of the 16 to see if I cross I think I'm just going to keep walking this direction. It gets me off the 60, but wow, now here's some pretty heinous traffic. And this is one of those, when I'm driving, I definitely avoid this stretch of Camelback because the traffic has been hellish on this particular stretch of Camelback, even since I first became a cab driver back in 1992. Yeah, getting stuck in this traffic. Wow, nice muffler. Getting stuck in this traffic if your driver is a choice, because a quarter mile to the south is Highland Drive, and while it does have speed bumps and it doesn't go very fast, it never has any traffic on it. And a half mile to the north is Missouri Avenue, which completely goes through all the way from 24th Street to the I-17 freeway. And the traffic on it's never too bad. Anyway, I think I'm just going to wrap this up because I'm at 20 minutes, and at this point I'm feeling stupid because I can't remember exactly where a Chase Bank is. I do know there's one right there at the Montefello Transit Center at Christown, and I think I'm just going to take this 50. Take this 50 to the light rail. The light rail joins up with Camelback at Central. Actually, just a wee bit west of Central, which is about another mile and a half east. And I did see that the 50s are running about every 10 minutes. So yeah, just gonna wrap this up and catch me around 50 to go the next. Going a mile and a half, and hopefully in that mile and a half on the bus I can. Or on the bus I can sort out where the hell a Chase branch is. It's going to work for me.